Hey, welcome to Case Break Analysis. I'm JT. This is another simulated case break. Today we got 2022 Panini Zenith football. If you want to see all the details about this break or about this video and the things I'm going to go over, go back to the first video I did on Mosaic basketball. So 2022 Panini Zenith football comes out today, February 1st. I've run the simulations. What is this set for? This is a set for collecting autos and honestly nostalgic insert sets. I'll get to that in the aesthetic section, but this is a very high-end base set. It's going to be very difficult to collect because there's only 2 base cards per hobby box, and there are like over 100. I think. Let's see if I have it on here. There's over 100 cards in the base set, so collecting just the base set is going to be quite difficult, but the insert sets are awesome. If you get any of these and you want to show them off, let me know. Anybody who is a fan of old Pacific cards is going to be a fan of the Zenith set. What you get, here's what you get 6 cards per pack, 1 pack per box, and 12 boxes per case. You get 1 RPA, 1 additional autograph, 2 inserts, 1 base, and 1 rookie base. So like I said, the base set is super hard to collect, and that doesn't give you a lot here. You don't get a lot of cards. I mean, you're looking at what we got here, 72 cards, so under 100 cards for a full case. That is going to be high end. That is what we refer to as high end. So I don't know about the history, a lot of the history on the Zenith set. All I know is that in the 90s when Zenith dropped, that was a high-end set. This was before autos and inserts, or memorabilia inserts. And Zenith came out and it was like, whoa, who can afford this? It was insane. And this was even before case breaks, really. But Zenith is back with football. And I would say that this is probably going to be one of the more valuable base sets that I've ever seen, just based on how difficult it's going to be to collect. If you are a base set collector, you like to chase, this one is probably going to offer you the most reward in not only the value, but in the search itself. It will take up a lot of your time. And if you're a breaker, if you're getting into breaks, you're investing for, buying breaks because you're an investor, really, I don't see how even just getting base cards gives you the advantage here. You don't need to pick your team as meticulously as before, although if you're buying into this break, you probably want a good team because you are a big spender. The rookies on this set, unfortunately, were not picked. They were picked it's clear they were picked early in the season or before the season. You don't have some of the breakout stars like Brock Purdy in this set. And then the patch cards, interesting enough, as they get more rare, there are more patches. So you get five different patches in the most rare of the patch cards, if that makes sense. The auto checklist, in my opinion, is very weak. There's a lot of room for disappointment for investors and just hobbyists alike. So be careful of that. If you're going to collect this set, if you're going to invest in this set, not collect the set, but invest in this set, it's probably best to not seek out the hit because the hits aren't great. It's probably better to look at, at least the auto hits, look at the patches and the parallels. Here's your base card. Very nice. It does have a high-end look. I guess you could argue it has a high-end look and it has a low-end look. It's kind of in between, and that's what gives it that Zenith appeal. I'm sure the card stock is a little thicker. I'm not sure what it is. But there's, here's all the parallels. They come with this first to fourth down feel or theme. And then as you get into some of these insert cards, I will say they don't look great. They kind of give me the pinnacle feel back from late 90s, early 2000s. Kind of not a high-end looking card. So aesthetically, I don't think this set is going to knock anyone's socks off, except if you collect this full set, and this is something that maybe you want to display in the base set, sure. But like this rookie card here, it's kind of ugly. And then you get into some of these other ones like these, these multicolored patches, RPAs. I think this is all stickers as well, but here's where I think the set really excels, and it's in the nostalgia. So Pacific, they have this insert set of the Pacific, like 90s style of Pacific cards, and the remember Revolution. That's cool. So there's some nostalgia here, and I just think that that's where this set is really going to find the most collectors. I'm not exactly sure about this class president one. It's kind of stupid. But this is the case hit here. Aloha is the players on these Aloha cards are in Pro Bowl jerseys. So there you go. Player checklist strength. I labeled this weak basically just due to the autograph checklist. But here you go. If this case on Steel City is $3,499.95. If you want to know how much to pay per team and you just want to base that on autographs, the distribution of autographs by team, I wouldn't pay any more than $190. If you wanted to collect just the parallels and split the costs like that, I wouldn't spend any more than $162. And same thing for inserts. Here you go. I would not use this column to drive my pricing. I would not pay $199 for the Bengals. I list this just because if you're an insert collector and you're just like, I have to have the inserts, then hey, pay $200 for the Bengals. But if you look here, I mean, there's 22 autograph possibilities, unique cards, and I'm saying don't pay more than $44. Typically, if you stick between these two columns here in price, $130 to $190 for the Patriots, you should be about what's normal on eBay. Again, if you buy into a break, I'll try to remember to say this every video, I'm not responsible for what you get, and what I say here, these are just simulations. They're not to be taken as the word, the fact. There's to be taken as simulation. So there's just some assumptions here I'm making. Obviously, not every card when you get the checklist is serial numbered. If they are not, it's very important to have the print run. Otherwise, when you run these simulations, the cards will not have the number that are needed. So in these simulations, as it runs, it takes and removes the cards that have been placed in other cases already. So that is why if you have 999 as a print run, then you will have 998. That's very important to make these simulations work appropriately. So from the master checklist, if you want to know what is the number of cards per set, here we go. Per maybe print run, we have a lot of one-of-ones here. And there are, within the one-of-ones, there's a lot of variance from those one-of-ones. So, in this case, let's just take one example. This Kaboom High Point Signatures. It is a one-of-one for the High Point Signatures Kaboom, but there are 25 of them. Okay, the base touchdown, well, it's a one-of-one, but there's 100 of them, which I think is the base set, etc. So there's a lot of one-of-ones, and I know, you might want to look at this table a little bit more. I don't want to zoom around too much. I want to allow you to take screenshots, but I don't want to hang too long on it. This is really for the breaker to get the information they need. So to do that, most of you are buying into teams. I know there's a lot of random team breaks now, but if you are trying to chase a one-of-one, or you want to get some rare cards for grading, something like that, here's your print runs for each team. Take a screenshot there. New York Jets obviously have the highest amount of one-of-ones. Let's look at the out of 5. Here's the print runs for that. Go ahead and take screenshots. Look at this all you need to. If you also want to know the least amount of one-of-ones, these teams have moved, so that's why they're so low. This team has changed its name. So the Panthers are going to be your lowest one-of-one team with 12. And that's that. So you can go ahead there. If that's what you're chasing, that's the table you should screenshot. Number of cards within each print run, just so you know what your odds are of hitting a rare card. We're talking 889 one-of-ones. There are 480 different serial numbered to 5. I don't know what value that might have to you. If you're chasing one-of-ones, maybe this set's good, maybe it's not. The thing about this set, though, is it's not like Mosaic where there's millions of base cards. There's not. So your chances of getting a one-of-one are probably higher. in this set than the Mosaic set, even though there are more one-of-ones in the Mosaic set. So from the master set, how many possible different cards are there per team? The Jets have the highest count, Steelers, Titans. Take a screenshot here. If you also want to know the least frequent, I'll scroll down just so you can get an idea for all the teams. The least frequent real team that hasn't changed its name is the Panthers with 89 possible different cards. Here you go. So now you know which teams have the most and least amount of cards so that you can buy into your break with some information. So now we get into the simulation. This is case number 20 from the simulation. So I simulated 20 cases. I take the 20th one and I show you what I got. Within this, we have some autos here. So let's see how many autos we got. I believe we should get 12 per case. In this case, we got 12. A couple rookies. Here we go with the rookies. Let's see if we got anything that would really really excite the audience. Nope, not really. I don't. Christian Kirk maybe, but out of 199, it's probably not going to move the needle too much. These rookies, I don't personally know if they're any good. We did get this Antonio Gibson out of 10. Is that good? Sure. Thielen out of 50. That's cool. And that is it for the autos. Let's see if we got any. Now you don't need to know anything about this table. I know this might be a question like, why are you showing me this? This is just to show you that the simulation is working. And these are the pulls, these are the hits and the base cards that came from it. So the lowest numbered card we got was that Antonio Gibson, Z-Graph's Lightning autograph. And so, yeah, not much to write home about with this break. That's okay. All right. But there are things in this break. And this harkens back to, can you be disappointed by the autographs? You sure can. All right, so for this one case, cards by team, I got Commanders being the most frequent, and you can go ahead and this could be useful if you're jumping into a break and you want to know what the one case simulation is. Here's the lowest. Bills, wow, very low. That's interesting. And then here is by set. So if you're collecting a set, base. It's obviously base rookies are going to be the most common, but as far as autographs, we got a bunch of RPAs, which you should get one per box. And then here's, so I got some retail that snuck in there. I'll have to filter that out, but for this video, we'll leave it in. And here's some of the sets that I was able to get. And now for the 20 case, this is an aggregation of 20 case breaks. This gives you a better idea of what you're getting. This will give you the idea that in 20 cases, after breaking 20 cases, the most frequent team that showed up was the Jets. Here is that. You can screenshot this here, and I will also sort the other way so you can see the least frequent, so that if you're getting into these breaks, you can kind of anticipate the number of cards you might receive. Now remember, these are 20 cases simulated. So one of ones, there was 2. Within 20 cases, there was 2 one of ones, 2 serial number to 10. Let's see if we had any 5s. Yep, had a couple 5s in that. And there we go. So for the one of ones, we got the 49ers and the Jets. Same thing for the 10s. You can go ahead and screenshot that if you want. Otherwise, I'm going to move to the next one. So for all these 20 cases, here is the breakdown by team for each of the types that you can get in the pack. So in these packs, you can get Aloha is the case hit. So there should be 20 here. Autographs, you get 2 per box. I think that was what it was, 2 per. Although this seems like a lot more than that. And then you got inserts, rookies, and RPAs. So for the case hits, let's see what we got. We got the most case hits on the Colts and the Ravens. If that's what you're looking for, those Aloha cards, go for that. If you're looking for autographs, we got the Packers really rounded out the top. That's great. And the least amount of autographs here is that sorted the other way. And then if you're chasing those insert cards, you want to get some of those Pacific style cards. Here's what you get: Cowboys, Jets, Steelers. I'm not saying that's all Pacific. That's just inserts as a whole. If you're looking for rookie cards, there's the sort there. There's the least. And then if you're looking for RPAs, rookie patch autos, there you go. And there's the least frequent. Go ahead and screenshot what you want. That's it. Thanks for watching, and hopefully you find some absolute luck in your break.